What's up, YouTube? It's your boy AA9 Skills. Welcome back to our Road to Foot Champions RTG edition. Yo, if you're still loving this series, if this is one of your favorite series on this channel, smash that thumbs up for me right now. We're 15 episodes in, and I want to see if y'all are still loving it the same way you loved it when I dropped episode 1. Can we get 20,000 likes? That's pretty easy because y'all do that every episode, but let me see if y'all still are enjoying this thing now. Booyah Nation, if the dude that directed the Transformers, that Michael Bay, I think his name is, exploding all that stuff, if he directed this series, he couldn't have got it on point the way we did. We got it absolutely so lucky because the way it's about to unfold in front of you today is absolutely unbelievable. Everything we've talked about, especially if you missed the last episode, please go check it out because I talk about a lot of things in that episode, and I've made my share of mistakes. Like, I've bought players we shouldn't have bought, like Shaqiri. I've said things in the episodes that I shouldn't have said. Like in the last episode, I made so many people triggered, and I'm gonna tell you why in just a second. Right now, you see I put Rashford, Anthony Martial, and the boy Walcott up top. We've already played in Division once on this account, and we just stayed. We didn't get relegated, we didn't win it, we didn't get promoted. Like, we just stayed in Division 1. Obviously, you can't get promoted. We stayed in Division 1, we held, and now we're going back into Division 1. Now, the new team we put together in the last episode is lit, right? It's amazing, it's beautiful. I had to buy Mr. I was gonna say João Moutinho. I had to buy the boy Jose Mourinho to be our manager, so that way, now that Rashford's up top with Anthony Martial, my man Renato Sanchez is going to be on 8, but David Alaba's still on 10. So this is what the team's looking like. For the first game of this episode in Division 1, we're going to play Rashford up top. Now, once after that, I'm going to see how he works out. We'll go back to Musa. In the last episode, speaking of Musa, I was talking about why I wanted to buy Gray and why I didn't want to buy Gray. And I talked about his work rates, and for some reason I said he was a high, but I lied. Musa and Rashford, Musa and Gray are identical on every stat pretty much, except for like a couple. The difference is my man Gray's a high medium, and I know a lot of people like, what are you talking about? I got people tweeting me like, what do you mean by high and high mediums? What are you talking about? Real quick, for the people that don't know, every card in the game has a work rate. So for example, we would say Ronaldo was a bit lazy back in the day on his career, so EA tries to mimic his work rates. When I say lazy, I mean he was lazy dropping back on defense. A left mid, a left winger is supposed to drop back and help his left back. Ronaldo never did much. So Ronaldo is a high low. Why? Because he doesn't like to drop back. So his low is defending. He doesn't like to go back. His high is attacking. So he's a high low. That's what that means. A lot of players are high, like Renato Sanchez is a high because when he played for Benfica, I'm pretty sure he's doing the same thing at Bayern. He never stopped. Every ball he tried to get, he was always defending. He was always attacking. He played striker. He played center back. He was everywhere. So that's why he's a high. Now, Musa's a high. I've never been a fan favorite of high strikers. That's why I really want Gray. But I don't know if Gray's the right option because Musa's already getting the job done for us. And then people were saying, but if Musa's so good for you, why are you playing Rashford? I just want to try players and get the best possible player before we go into the weekend league. So that's why I'm kind of all over the places. So I'm trying everyone I can. I want to buy all the players. Right now, I'm really convinced on just using one team and putting the best team possible together. Now, we win 3-2 here, but I wasn't too convinced with Rashford's performance. The first game in Division 1 for the second attempt of winning the title, we get 3 points. We get matched up against this guy right here who has the Laka Sweaty up top, the mustache one, the November card. We also has Anthony Martial out of position, and he also has the boy Douglas Costa. So he has a lot of good players going into this game, and I really want to see if I was convinced with Rashford up top. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. From everything you're seeing right here, this is what I want you to pay attention to, right? I talked about in the last episode buying players just because of their names and because of how hyped up they are. As you're watching this episode, what are you noticing? We're getting scored on a lot more than when we had Eric Bailly and Smalling and Luke Shaw. Now, Luke Shaw compared to David Alaba on stats, I mean, there's no question David Alaba's the better player. David Alaba should be on every single team instead of Luke Shaw when you look at stat to stat. But here's the problem. Look at David Alaba right here. Okay, yeah, he gets us back into this game, but why is David Alaba at the striker position when I have him to stay back while attacking? Like, that just shouldn't be a thing. So the more you watch this episode, the more you're going to notice that even though David Alaba's doing great things, the reason I never really liked David Alaba on my main account is for the simple fact that he doesn't stay back when I need him to defend. Even here, look, he's going to be the reason that we end up getting a point out of this game. Right here, David Alaba scored the goal to get the first one, and then he ties it from the penalty spot. So yes, David Alaba is doing great things. He scored 2 goals. David Alaba, just defend. Let Rashford and Martial and Walcott score my goals. I don't want him scoring my goals. So what I'm trying to get at is, even though this team looks amazing on paper, and I'll absolutely love Renato Sanchez, not just in real life, because in real life he's one of my favorite players. He did amazing things for Benfica last season. He came out of our academy. He was unbelievable, okay? And now he's at Bayern doing his thing. I don't think he plays much, but I wish the kid the best. Now, what I'm trying to say is I love this kid in real life. That's why I wanted him on my team. More importantly, he's extremely overpowered in FIFA. The problem is one overpowered player does not fix the team, right? One overpowered player. It's like if you buy Ronaldo and you have a bunch of bronzes. You're probably not going to do good in the weekend league just because you have Ronaldo. Renato Sanchez could be as overpowered as he wants to be. David Alaba for me sucks. I'm straight up honest with you guys, and that doesn't mean he's gonna suck for you guys. But when I pay 90,000 coins from a player, I expect more. David Alaba is great going forward, amazing. The problem is going forward is not my issue in FIFA. The games I'm losing is when people can counter me. The games I'm losing is when my freaking defenders are not in the right position and I'm getting countered and they're scoring on me. And David Alaba is leaving way too many gaps. And the biggest thing about it is I believe Eric Bailly's work rate's big goal from Walcott. How is he scoring headers off of a corner? I believe Eric Bailly's work rates are, I think he's a high, right, guys? Let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong. Don't get triggered like you did with the Musa, because I messed up on that one. I mean, on the gray one. But is Eric Bailly a high? Because if he is, now think about it. We have a high in Eric Bailly, even though we have him stay back while attacking. He's still a high. Then we have David Alaba, who, as you can tell, he's like left backs and right backs already have a hard time staying staying back. But this guy even more, man. This guy stays attacking. So we have two players that just won't stay back. And then on the other side, Bellerin is another player who barely ever stays back. So the only player staying back for us when I want them to, when we need them to, is the big boy Smalling. And as overpowered as Smalling is, it's just not enough. So I'm starting to realize that as much as Renato Sanchez is overpowered, as great as Renato Sanchez is, David Alaba's not the guy for me. Because look here, once again, it's 2-2. And although we're still picking up W's, although we're still picking up the points we need to possibly win the title, I'm not trying to have to come from behind every single game in the weekend league. I'm not trying to have to come from behind in every game in Division 1. And this is what I talked about, overthinking things and starting to play to money, right? We get money and now we're starting to play for our coins, right? So we get some money and we see David Alaba and we see he's amazing overall and we see he's like 90-something thousand coins, and that means he's supposed to be so good. So let's go buy David Alaba. But really, there was nothing wrong with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw was getting the job done. Why did we switch? Why did we get away from David Alaba if Luke Shaw was doing the job? And that's what I'm talking about in FIFA. Sometimes we play ourselves, as DJ Khaled would say, man, you played yourself. Sometimes we're playing ourselves. I talked about this all in the last episode. And now you're seeing it unfold. And you can sit there by my skills. It's not David Alaba's fault, but I promise you, for me, it is. Because I attempted 2 different weekend leagues on my main account with David Alaba. I hated him then, and I hated David Alaba so bad that it makes me hate Boateng. And Boateng's amazing in this game, but David Alaba just pushes so far forward that it always left Boateng exposed, and it made me think Boateng sucked for the longest time, but it wasn't Boateng, it's David Alaba. Smalling getting up high in this game to get us into the lead, and finally, for the first time, we're actually able to put together a game where we score first. Musa has been our striker since game 2 of this episode. Anthony Martial dancing in the box, and Anthony Martial has really come on, man, lately. If you've been paying attention to who's scoring on my goals, Anthony Martial has been unbelievable for me throughout this episode, just throughout the entire last episode. He's just been unreal. Right here, Smalling gets beat, Eric Bailly gets beat. These guys were actually playing with 2 players. I remember the game now, seeing that. They had 2 players, so it could have been 2 brothers or 2 friends, but they had 2 players, but we end up, and it was a laggy game as well, but we walk out with a W, 2-1. So right here, once again, it's not that I want to keep clean sheets, because Booyah Nation, I'll be honest with you, I'm terrible at keeping clean sheets in FIFA, but I need the comfort of not always getting scored on first. It's really hurting me. So I get to this point here where, as you can see, I am wasting a lot of coins on fitness cards. At this point, I'm paying 1,300 for each one, which is kind of annoying, but more importantly, I'm getting used to my team. Now I finally figured out how to play with Anthony Martial, and you can really see me. That's what I'm saying, yo. Play a lot of games with each one of your players, because Anthony Martial for me in the beginning was average, but now that I've learned what he's good at, he's unbelievable for me. Possibly one of my favorite players in FIFA, because he's just absolutely carrying this team right now. He is crazy. Up next, we get matched up against Michael Owen, which is one of my favorite strikers since last FIFA. He's so damn good. And once again, we go down first. worst. And again, I know we're getting out-teamed by a lot of these teams. I know it's Division 1, but what's happening here is that we're not getting outplayed when we go down 1-0. It's that we're getting caught on the counter because of stupid David Alaba pushing so far forward. And again, yo, don't think I'm hating on David Alaba and I think he's bad in the game, because most people will tell you David Alaba is the best left back in the game. For me, I'm not good with him. Right here, some beautiful ball movement, and Anthony Martial there once again to carry the team, man, and get us another goal. So well played to him. And look at the gap, man. No Bellerin back there, no Eric Bailly. The only person chasing back and that was left in his position was Smalling. The other three guys I talked about were nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen, and that's just not acceptable. And more than all, out of all three of them, the worst one for me is David Alaba. Musa from outside the box makes it 2-2 to tie it up. And once again, man, because we weren't able to defend, we're gonna walk away with a 2-2 tie in a game that I felt like we should have got the W, and we didn't get the W. We're 3-2-0, and this is when I finally make a decision, right? I pull Musa, I put Anthony Martial at the striker position, Sterling at left forward, and then I bring in the boy Fernandinho so he can link up with Sterling, and I bench Dembele. So that's going to give everybody 10 chemistry except for Renato Sanchez, and I benched Musa once again because I wanted to see, now that Anthony Martial was scoring so much for me, what happens if I put a lot of pace around this man. He had 93 pace on the boy Sterling, and I know with Musa it was the same thing, but I just want to see what Sterling and Walcott could do with Anthony Martial in the lineup. So we'll see how this plays out. My man Shaqiri, who we had once upon a time and we sold, puts one into the back of the net. And I swear free kicks seem like they're so overpowered right now. It just seems like so many people are scoring them on me. My boy Walcott, and Anthony Martial is going to get the assist on that goal. So well played to Anthony Martial, putting a beautiful through pass into the boy Walcott, and he's not missing from there. Once again, we're coming from behind. Bellerin's in the box playing striker. I send it back to Bellerin. Bellerin sends it down, and the shot, and that's David Alaba. Bellerin gets the assist to David Alaba. Let this sink in, bros. Now, again, Bellerin probably out of position and shouldn't have been there, but more importantly, Bellerin was, he doesn't push as far forward as David Alaba. I know there he was super far forward, but he usually stays back more than David Alaba. That is the third goal you've seen from David Alaba in this episode, and a lot of people would think that's great. A lot of you guys would be like, damn, that's sick skills. You're getting mad. You're getting so much like out of your player that you paid 90K for. No, he's a left back. I don't want him in the penalty box. I don't want this. I know in real life you see it a lot, and that's cool in real life, but in real life, like, usually you have a defensive mid that's like, oh, my left back's not there. Let me go play left back until he gets back. That's what happens in real life. In FIFA, they go, oh, my left back's not there. Let me go play striker beside my left back. And they go play striker in the box with you. So in real life, it's okay for Jordi Alba and David Alaba and all these great left backs to push forward. In fake life FIFA, it's no bueno for me, man. I need him sitting back. So after that game right there, even though we get a massive victory, I start to think to myself, is this how I want to go into the weekend league? And I know this is the biggest thing. I thought to myself, if I sell David Alaba, am I really going to lose money? And the answer is no. David Alaba is a player that I'll lose a little bit of tax money, but barely, because I could possibly, his price is rising right now, so I could actually make money on him from what we bought him. So I started sitting here, and my players were out of fitness and stuff like that. It's when I pulled Renato Sanchez and I pulled David Alaba. And I don't even pull them because I was annoyed with them, because I was annoyed with David Alaba, but I wanted to see how this team could play, more importantly, and I wanted to do it for fitness reasons, but then I ended up buying a fitness card. As you can see here, we sold some stuff. A lot of those bronze players still taking a long time to sell. Some people hit me up on Twitter like, Skills, I do the method and things don't sell for me. It's all about luck, bro. The reason you're actually doing the method is to get the fitness cards. That's what makes you money. Sometimes the rare contracts make you money. That's what you're really doing the method for when you're opening the packs. So just keep with it. Some players sell, some players you have to discard, but where you make your money is if you open up 3 of them and you hit a fitness card, you've already made profit. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's where the profit really comes in. Our first game with our BPL, our full BPL lineup. Back to Luke Shaw. We get matched up against a team with 5 special cards, 5 squad builder challenge cards, 1 inform, so 6 cards altogether. Then David Alaba. It's a nice team. Jordi Alba. And it's a nice team. It's a chill team. One of the best goalies in goal, Handanovic, in this game. I love Handanovic. I think he's amazing. As we jump into this game, we're 9 minutes in. I score first with Anthony Martial. I told you, this guy is unbelievable. And finally, we score first without getting scored on. That's a beautiful sight, man. Sterling back to Anthony Martial. He looks up, finds the boy Sterling, and Sterling's going to tuck one home. And again, it's the whole thing of just keeping it simple for yourself, man. If something works, don't fix it. If something's not broke, don't fix it. Now, I can tell you something. I am going to sell David Alaba, and I am going to sell Renato Sanchez, and I'm not going to stay with Luke Shaw. I'm going to build a new team, and I'm going to build something that I already know is good. I'm not going to try to change things up and try stuff. I'm going to put 2 players back there with Smalling that I know are absolutely unbelievable in this game, and I know it because I've used them over and over in the weekend league. I'm not going to tell you who it is until the next episode because that's in the next episode. Right now, we still have so much to do with this episode, but I'm going to do something, and all I can tell you is the people I'm going to get. My hint to you guys is, you can let me know in the comments down below if you can guess it, but my hint to y'all is we're chilling. That's it. We're chilling. That's my hint to y'all. If y'all can figure the rest out, y'all can figure the rest out. We jump into this next game where the dude has the new Chelsea left back inform card, and he also has Azpilicueta as center back. And when I saw that Azpilicueta, it actually scares me at center back because it's a pretty good card, man. Everybody I get matched up against it plays very, very well with that card, and we're on track to win Division 1 on our Road to Glory account, and we've barely been on it a month. It hasn't even been a month, man. It's been a few weeks, and we already have a chance at winning Division 1. Anthony Martial scores once again. Walcott puts a nice move to get by him. I send it back up to again Anthony Martial, and he scores again. Anthony Martial is unreal, dude. Sterling's scoring a lot, Walcott's scoring a lot, but this Anthony Martial card is on another level, and why not score a hat trick with him, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. I missed, but it falls back to Dembele, who finesses it into the back of the net. And since I'm telling you, man, the BPL team, since we changed, we're just murking kids. We're not getting scored on. Watch the score lines, man. We're not getting scored on once we switch. And again, you're gonna get scored on every now and again, but every game suffering a goal or 2 or 3, that's just, it's too much, man. It becomes too much, and it comes to the fact, like, it comes to the point where, like, if you're always getting scored on first is where the problem is. Fernandinho's even getting involved on the attacking side of play. So let me know in the comments down below, man. What are your back four? Your best back four? Your best back four? In the next episode, you're gonna see my best back four in the game. I am going to show you guys the best back four I've ever played with, and I think it's something you guys are really, really gonna enjoy, and something every single one of you can get your hands on. I promise you that. Now, we win 6-1 convincingly with our BPL team. We are 1 win away from winning the title, man. So at this point is when I decide to go ahead and list David Alaba. I'm not going to list Renato Sanchez because I can use him as a super sub. So I'm going to keep Renato Sanchez, and I can confirm to you that David Alaba did sell, and we actually made profit on him, okay? We made profit because we bought him for 93. He actually doesn't sell for what you're looking at right now because I had to relist him, but I think he sold for like 98 or 99 or something like that. So we made profit on him. I also list up the boy Coleman, who has sold as well, and I don't remember exactly what he sold for, but again, I'll show you all this in the upcoming episode or at the end of this episode. I'm not sure yet. Now, going into this next game, the dude had the freaking Purple Hazard, who is a fantastic card. I knew I was gonna have a little bit of trouble because the Hazard's OP. The Anthony Martial is completely overpowered. Right here, Walcott, bang, into the back of the net with Sterling. Walcott found him beautifully, and we make it 1-0, and once again, we didn't get scored on first. Now, he is gonna come down and tuck one into the back of the net, and that's fine. We're suffering goals, that's fine, but we're finding the first goal first, man. We're not letting ourselves get in a position where we go behind all the time. Right here, he does finally put us behind 14 minutes in, so that was pretty much a bad new move, but as you can see there, I defended poorly, pulling my center back, and it was no big deal, man, because we're going to get right back into the game with a nice steal from Dembele. I sent it to Walcott, Walcott into the box to Anthony Martial, man. What is this card, man? Anthony Martial should not be this good, especially on 7 chemistry. Nice pass right there, beautiful pass from Fernandinho. Walcott's in the box. Anthony Martial gets the assist, I believe, and we get another goal, this time with Walcott. So we're doing beautiful, sexy things right here, man. Nice pass down bottom to Anthony Martial. I know, dude, it's almost like I'm making it up, but Anthony Martial is unbelievable, and Anthony Martial is going to give us a title. Division 1 has been conquered. 15,000 coins in the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been crazy. We won 7, we tied 2, we took 0 L's in Division 1. We have made an unbelievable effort on this road to glory to catch up to where everybody's at. We've now conquered Division 1. We placed Elite 3. We've got Gold 1, which was a fail in Week 2. Week 3 didn't happen because EA canceled. And there you have it, man. We're at 63,000 coins, which I was thinking heavy about wasting these coins on Gray, but I haven't made that decision yet. Right now, I'm waiting for David Alaba to sell, which you know he has sold. I can confirm that for you, but it's going to be in the next episode when you see it. And I had a team in mind already. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you guys. The only hint I gave you is we're chilling. You can take whatever you want from that. Let me know in the comments down below if you can figure it out. Please let me know your favorite back four in the game, because I want to see if you guys have the same back four I have. And in the next episode, you're going to see our brand new team and the team we're going to stick with for the upcoming weekend league. It's going to be fire. It's been your boy Skills. Big thumbs up. Subscribe. I love you, man. Tell your friends about the series if they don't know already. Booyah.
Mom, no.
You got some NyQuil?
Mom, no. NyQuil.
NyQuil.
Baby, and I'm scared. Hey, Dennis, they take all my money. They didn't take all my money. All my money's gone. Hey, we just got home, so if I talk funny, it's because this side of my mouth is completely numb. I can't feel nothing over here. It's all numb. So I had a cavity, and it was a pretty bad cavity, so they had to do a bunch of stuff to the tooth, and now I got to go back in like a week or something. So it really, really sucks. My entire side is numb as hell, but more importantly, that tooth was annoying me. There was a hole in, like I knew there was a hole in the tooth.